Myself, T. Selvabanapariya, Assistant Professor from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. Today I am going to present a topic, Computability class, that is Introduction to P and NP hard and NP complete problems from the subject Design and Analysis of Algorithm. So let us move on to the topic. So before going to the subject, what is P and what is NP? So P is nothing but a polynomial time and NP is a non-deterministic polynomial time. So what is difference between polynomial time and non-deterministic polynomial time in the sense? Consider in an algorithm for a problem, consider any problem. For that I am going to design an algorithm. If the algorithm time complexity is a polynomial time means executed in a polynomial time means we can identify the time, which means we can say it is a polynomial time. For example, polynomial time may be n power k. N is a input, number of inputs, and k is a constant. So consider in a algorithm I am having 10 inputs, so n is a 10 and k means 2 or 3 whatever it is, k may be any constant. So I can calculate my time for an algorithm as 100 seconds or minutes, whatever it is. Okay, so I am calculating a time for particular algorithm. I can say it is a polynomial time. Okay, so coming to non-deterministic polynomial time is exponential time. It may be k power n, where k is a constant and n is a number of inputs. So if n ranges to 1000 also we can identify 100, whatever it is, I can identify the time complexity in polynomial time. Wherever in non-deterministic polynomial time, it is a k power n, k is a constant and n is a number of input. So if your k is 1000 and your n is 100 means it is difficult to find out the time. So such type of time we can call it as a exponential time. Okay, so exponential time is non-deterministic polynomial time. So that is the difference between P and NP hard, NP problems. Okay. Next one. So we can move to topic. First one, let us discuss about a class P. Okay. So here we are having a general definition. P, the set of all problems solvable in polynomial time by deterministic Turing machine. Okay. So what do you mean by deterministic Turing machine? If a problem having an algorithm, which the algorithm having a time complexity, that is polynomial time complexity means, we can say it is a polynomial problem. Consider x is a problem. I am having a problem as x. For that x problem, I am deriving an algorithm. Okay, whatever it is, consider it as a searching algorithm means I am deriving a search algorithm for n inputs. Okay, so for this n input algorithm, let it be a time complexity is big O of n because I am searching element for n elements. Okay, so if it is a big O of n, if it is an algorithm and the time complexity is order of n, so that is polynomial time problem. Polynomial problem, such type of problem I can say polynomial time problem. So what do you mean deterministic in the sense, whatever the input, how many times you are executing, if you are giving a 2 as an input means the output will be same. Okay, if you are getting an output for same input, same output for same input means I can say it is a deterministic algorithm. Okay, so the set of all problems solvable in polynomial time by deterministic Turing machine means we can say it is a class P algorithm or class P problems. Okay, X is a problem. For that I am having an algorithm. Whatever the algorithm, we are having a number of inputs as n. So if it is n means I can say it is time is big O of n, that is upper bound. And if you are calculating the time complexity means I can say it is a polynomial algorithm. And what is deterministic in the sense, whatever the same for same input I am getting same output. Okay, so if you are getting different output for same input means it is non-deterministic. Deterministic means same output for same input. Okay, if you are getting different output for same input means I can say it is a non-deterministic Turing machine or non-deterministic problem. Okay, so that is the definition of P class. Okay, next one. Polynomial on the length of the input string, that is based on the length of the input string we can find out the polynomial algorithm solved in time, that is n power k, already told n power k, n is the input and k is the constant. This is the class we are most familiar with input sorting and searching. Okay. So see this diagram, this is the class diagram for P class. So P is a polynomial algorithm we can easily solve, that is easy to solve and easy to verify. Whenever a problem is easy to solve and easy to verify, we can say it is a polynomial problem. So consider sorting and searching. What is searching problem? Having an array of 10 element. Okay, so if you are having a 10 element in an array means how can I search 6 in this array? If 6 is present in that or not means I have to start from 0 and I have to search up to 9. So how can I search 6? First, the 6th element should be compared with a of 0. If it is not, I can move to a of n. If it is not, I can move to a of 2. If it is not, I can move to a of 3. If it is present, I can stop here and find the element. Okay, so it is easy to solve and I can check whether the output is correct, that is I am getting the same output, same value in the array or not. So I can easily solve and I can easily verify. Similarly sorting, so I can arrange the elements in ascending order or descending order easily, and also I can check whether it is arranged or not. Okay, so such type of problems comes under P class, easy to solve and easy to verify. Okay, so the example for polynomial algorithm is easy to solve and sorting and searching. Okay, so easiest method to prove a problem in P, provide a polynomial algorithm. So this is the polynomial classes. So next one is NP, non-deterministic polynomial problem. So the general definition of this is the set of all the problems solvable in polynomial time by a non-deterministic Turing machine called as NP. Okay, so what is the difference means? A set of time having a problem, set of problem having a polynomial time which non-deterministic. Non-deterministic means I am getting output, different outputs for same input. Okay, so if you are getting a same output for same input means I can say it is a deterministic. If you are getting a different output for same input means we can say it is a non-deterministic. Okay, that is the difference between P and NP. The polynomial on the length of the input. Here we are having k power n, that is exponential. Length of the input. Polynomial is based on the length of the input. Alternatively, the set of all problems for which a solution can be verified in polynomial time. Here in NP class, it is easy to solve and easy to verify. Here it is easy to here easy to verify but hard to solve. That is easy to solve and easy to verify is P class. Here NP is hard to solve and easy to verify. Okay, that is the difference between NP hard and NP P class. NP class and P class. Okay, next one. What is the difference between P and NP? Okay, so if a problem is small means I can say it is a P class. If the problem is somewhat tough or somewhat hard means it enlarges the solution. Here the small problem and I am having a large problem, it enlarges the solution and the problem is also tough means we can say it is a NP. It is a P class and this is the okay. So when the problem is small, I can say it is a P class. When the problem is large means I can say it is a NP. Okay. So what is NP class? So this is the schematic representation of NP class. So it is hard to solve and easy to verify. So what are the examples for NP in the sense traveling salesman problem and Sudoku problem? Okay. So both are easy to solve, but it is very easy, hard to solve, but it is very easy to verify. Let me explain the example. See, in Sudoku problem, it is hard to solve because what is the concept of this problem? Each and every row and column should have number from 1 to 9. No number should be repeated in any column or any row. Okay, so likewise we have to arrange the numbers, that is called as, that is Sudoku problem. So see here, how can we place 6? Where I can place 6? Okay, check whether this row is having 6 or not, and this column is having 6 or not. This column is having 6, so I cannot place here. See here, this column is also having 6, I cannot place here. And coming to this, I can place here. If I place here means I am having here, so I cannot, it's wrong. If I am placed here means I am having here, so I cannot, it's wrong. So I can place here. Okay, likewise if you are going to place any other numbers or 8 means, likewise you have to search each and every column and each and every row, whether it is means I should not place there, if it is not means I can place. You have to check column as well as row. So it is very tough to solve this Sudoku problem. And after finishing the entire problem, it is very easy to verify. Just I am checking all the row and the column is having a number from 1 to 9. Is there any repetition or not? Okay, so it is very easy to verify. So that is the difference between P and NP class. Okay. Similarly, the traveling salesman problem also, salesperson problem also, very hard to solve, but it is easy to verify. Okay, now, so what is I already told, if it is a small problem, I can say it is a P class problem. Whenever I am coming to, when the problem is enlarged, when the conflict is more, when the complexity is more means, I can say it is a NP hard problem. Okay, easy to solve here, but it is hard to solve. So this I can say it is a schematic representation of hard and P and NP problems. Okay, so now some research, there is a research having to prove P and NP is equal. Okay, only 20% of researchers are proved that P and NP is equal. The remaining 80% of the researchers there, P and NP is not equal. Okay, so when I can say it is equal means when the problem is small, means I can say P and NP is equal, easy to check and easy to solve. When it is enlarged, means it is not equal. Only 20% of research have proved the P and NP is equal. Okay. And another name for P and NP means tractable and intractable problem. So tractable means a problem, a polynomial time algorithm which are having upper bound is polynomial. If you are having a problem, if I can find out the time complexity of a problem means I can say it is a tractable problem. If I am having a problem, I couldn't find out the time complexity, it is non-deterministic means I can say it is a intractable problem. So P polynomial class I can say it is a tractable, and non-deterministic polynomial time we can say it is a intractable problem. So that is the tractable and intractable. Next, how can we solve the non-deterministic polynomial time? If it is a polynomial time or a P-class problem means it is easy to solve. But in NP problem it is hard to solve, and we have discussed earlier. So then how can we solve that? How can we reduce the complexity in the sense by using reduction? So that reduction I can say polynomial reduction. So reduction is the method for solving one problem using another, which means I am having a large problem which is an NP problem. So I am reducing it as more than one small problems. Okay, this reduction I can say is a polynomial reduction, and then I am finding the solution separately and make it as large solution for this large problem. So that is called as reduction, polynomial reduction. Okay, so can we make it easier to solve the NP problems by using reduction. Okay. So P is a problem, it's reducible to Q, and polynomial time for should be less than or equal to polynomial time of Q, because the entire polynomial time should be less than or equal to polynomial time of each and every small problems. Okay. So see this schematic diagram, I am giving input, this is the entire large problem, and each and every input I am dividing it as few problems and making a separate algorithm, and I am combining all the problems it as one algorithm and I am finding the solution. Okay, so the entire problem should be splitted into small problems, and I am applying the X input and algorithm for each and every problem to make a solution for entire problem. Okay, so that is the polynomial reduction. So by using polynomial reduction I can easily solve the NP problems. Okay. Okay, next one is NP hard. So what do you mean by NP hard? In the sense, if every problem in NP is reducible to polynomial time, then we can say it is a NP hard. If your NP problem I can reduce into polynomial time and I make a solution for that problem, means I can say it is a NP hard. I am dividing, that is, if you are applying a reduction technique in NP hard problem, means I can say it is a NP problem, means I can say it is a NP hard. Every problem in NP is reducible to polynomial time. For example, every problem in NP is reducible to polynomial time in the sense, consider X is a problem, X is a problem, X is a hard problem. So when I can say it is a hard problem, means this problem is reduced into small problems, that is 1, 2, 3 is reducible into small problems, and then I am applying an algorithm called Y. So applying an algorithm to the small problems and solve and gives the solution to X. After applying this algorithm and I am solving the solution, I am getting the solution of X. Okay, so X is a hard problem. When I can say it is a hard problem means when we are reducing this problem, X problem, into small problems. After that I am applying an algorithm called Y to solve that problem. So after that I am getting a solution. So that solution will be the solution of this hard problem. So if it is this, then we can say this X problem can be solved in polynomial time. Solved in polynomial time. So far we are saying is a NP hard problem. So a problem in NP hard, if every NP problem can be in polynomial reducible. If it is accepting the polynomial reduction, means I can say it is the NP hard problem. Okay, so without accepting, without reducing the NP hard problem, we cannot get the solution. Okay, so what is the example for this NP hard problem? Means we can say it is a shortest path algorithm. So what do you mean shortest path algorithm? In NP hard problem, you have to get the optimization solution, optimized solution, and I can say it is the if you are getting an optimal solution, means I can say it is an optimization solution. Okay, so what do you mean by optimization solution? Means exactly only one solution to particular problem, means we can say it is an optimal solution. So how can we get exactly one solution? Means based on the constraints. For example, consider a problem. I am going to consider this is a problem. I am moving from one location to another location. So I am moving from A to B. So this is our problem. So what will be the solution of this problem? I can go by walk, or else I can go by bike, or else I can go by car, or I can go by train, or I can go by flight. Like this, more solution will be there. Okay, so now these are the n number of solutions, n number of solution for this problem. I can get n number of solution for this problem. Okay, so from this, if you are having a constraint, if there any constraint is there, means what is our constraint? I have to reach this destination within 12 hours. So this is the constraints. So by walk, so based on this constraints, how can we reduce the solution? This is not, I cannot reach by walk, then I cannot reach within 12 hours by bike, or and I cannot also reach within 12 hours by car. Then train I can reach, and by flight also I can reach within 12. So among this solution I am getting two solutions. So let this solution be a feasible solution. Okay, So for a problem, I can get n number of solution. Based on the constraints, I am reducing some solution. So that may be a feasible solution. Now, what will be the optimal solution? So optimal solution either comes under either minimization or maximization. So if you are having a minimum cost or at the minimum level, if you are deciding a solution at the minimum level, means I can say it is a minimization optimal solution. And if you are getting a solution for up to the max, means I can say it is a maximization optimal solution. Okay, now I'm giving a constraints. Based on the, I have to reach from A to B. Constraint I'm having already having condition is it should be reached within 12 hours, and again I'm having a condition it should be minimum cost. Okay, so what are the feasible solution we are having? Train I'm having, flight I'm having. So these three feasible solutions, I'm going to get a minimum cost. So which will be the minimum cost? Obviously, train. Okay, so by train we can reach within 12 hours, as well as it should be a minimum cost. So this is the optimal solution at minimization level. So if your question is maximum cost, means I have to choose flight. So that is a maximization optimal solution. So here in NP hard we are getting the optimal solution only. So that is the difference between NP and NP hard. Okay, NP P is a small, very small problem, and when it comes a problem, it's to somewhat extent, some large means you can say it is a NP problem, and problem is large. We cannot solve the entire problem as single. For that, we are applying the reduction. After reducing the problem, that should be in solvable in polynomial time. After reducing the problem, I am solving the problem and getting the solution for entire problem. Okay, so here I'm NP hard we have to get only the optimal solution. Okay, so that is the difference. So best example for NP hard is the shortest path. So what is the shortest path problem? Shortest path algorithm. So shortest path means consider this I am having node, here I am having node. Okay, so from A to this node to this node, I have to travel from A to D, means what is the best route to reach the D? I can come by this way, or else I can come by this way, or else I can come straightly. So we are having three solutions. Among this, which one is the optimal solution? So you have to base conditions will be there. It should be minimum cost, or it should be minimum number of nodes, like that. So if minimum number of nodes means all are having the same nodes, so all the solutions maybe comes under optimal solution. So if you are not having this node here, means if you are not having this node, if I am coming directly, if you are having connection directly, means this is the optimal solution. So remaining having three nodes, here I am having only two nodes, so I can say this is the optimal solution. Okay, so the shortest path is an example for optimal solution. So next, so this is the NP hard problem. If you are converting this NP problem into NP hard, means I am applying the polynomial reduction. Okay, so the polynomial time reduction, if you are applying any problem to polynomial time reduction, means we can say it is a NP hard problem. So next one is NP complete. So what is NP complete in the sense? NP complete problems are problems that live in both NP and NP hardest classes. So this is the schematic diagram for NP P and NP complete and NP hard. So NP complete lies between NP and NP hard. So that is somewhat tough than NP and somewhat easy than NP hard. So such type of problems I can say it is a NP complete problems. Okay, so here this NP complete problems are decision making problems. So example of NP complete problem is decision making problems. So decision making problems, where we can get the decision making problems means in Hamiltonian cycle. So that is our best example for NP complete is Hamiltonian path, Hamiltonian problem. So consider I'm having like a node like this. Okay, at this stage, if I reach this stage, I have to decide whether I have to go to this path or this path. Okay, so here I am taking the decision. Okay, so such type of problems comes under the NP complete problems. So the best example for NP complete problem is Hamiltonian path. So what is Hamiltonian problem is in the sense all the nodes should be visited exactly once and it should be reach to the destination. And how can we check that problem? Check whether the given path is Hamiltonian or not. That is, I have to start from starting node and I have to reach all the nodes. After finishing all the nodes, I should reach the source itself. That is the Hamiltonian cycle. And how can we check this? We have to check whether we have visited all the nodes or not, whether the given path is Hamiltonian or not. After finishing the problem, I have to check some path, whether this path is Hamiltonian or not. Okay, so that is the NP complete problems. Okay, so now a problem that is NP complete can be solved in polynomial time if all other NP complete problems can also be solved in polynomial time. If any problem is solved in polynomial time means all other NP complete can also be solved in polynomial time. Okay, so this is the schematic representation. Consider here P is easy to solve and easy to verify. So it is a easy stage. Okay, I can solve easily. And next one is NP problems. NP problem is easy to hard to solve and easy to verify. If solving is hard and I can easily verify that problem. Okay, so the NP problem I can say it is a medium, so neither easy nor hard. Okay, so next one is NP complete problem. NP complete problem is a decision problem, somewhat tougher. Okay, so not it is not easier than NP and it is not harder than NP hard. It lies between NP and NP hard. Okay, so this intersection point I can say it is a NP complete is somewhat hard in this problem. And next one is NP hard problem. So NP hard problem means it's the hardest part of the problem. I cannot execute this. I cannot solve this problem without applying the reduction. That is, entire problem should not be solved without applying the reduction. Okay, so after applying the reduction only I can solve this problem. That is polynomial reduction. Okay, so that's all about the computability class. Thank you.